Yellow.
Yo. So, I want to talk about number five.
Okay.
Uh, why do you feel that people believe men are being under attack?
I think most men realize that they can't like skate by on like the patriarchal sexism that they always have, and so now that women are actually kind of standing up for themselves and fighting back and not needing men as much, men are finding it difficult to navigate in the waters, and thus they feel they're under attack. When realistically,
You
women are
know,
just setting
you
higher
know. I
standards.
mean, yeah. So, like most people don't view it that way at all.
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's how they view it. I'm saying that's what it seems to be from like my interactions with men that think men are under attack and vice and like analyzing like social connections and interpersonal relationships between men and women.
You don't think anyone is attacking men just based on the fact that they're men, and maybe there's radical people who do take it to that extent. You're saying that doesn't happen?
No, I think that most people are like using hyperbole when they like say like K all men or things like that. They're mainly just speaking with
Oh, it
hyperbole.
doesn't
I don't
matter
think
because
men
it's
are
a
under any. I don't think men are under
hyperbole.
any
But
like systemic attack because they're these ones in charge. So I don't see how they can be under any.
oh, it's not systemic though. But when it's being promoted and it's
Okay,
accepted, especially on
explain to me how
social
men are
media,
under attack.
well, it's definitely not in some grandiose thing yet. But I definitely see it. It's a trend now,
How so?
and it is accepted in certain ways because you see it on the internet, and that's how
Give
you
me
know about
examples.
it.
Give me examples.
People, like you just said, saying just crazy things like, calling for the death of men for what, and or maybe it's like the whole mansplaining thing, just things like that really pin genders against each other and kind of create conflict when it's not like each individual has set up this system and has accepted it because that's they inherently are wanting to make people feel some sort of way, but that's how it is portrayed by some people, that they're making a conscious decision to be, bad in this whole patriarchal system. That I get there is uh, pitfalls to it, but the way a lot of people talk about it is to really destruct it, and it starts with men. And that is a very big point that people use when they're talking about it. And I just don't understand how you could, say that knowingly.
Yeah, because when I look at people saying stuff like "K all men," like it's very clear that they're using hyperbole. It's so blatantly obvious that it's like it like hurts how big of a smack in the face it is. Right? They're not being serious, but they're frustrated at societal issues where men have had, like I said, some form of social dominance, and men have had
So,
this major form of power over women, and so they lash
in
out.
what
Now,
way? What are you talking about? Major form of power over women?
well,
And do you think that's still happening, or is that a past issue?
I mean, the patriarchy still exists. You can still see it in the
Yeah,
way
yeah. No,
men
no.
and
What's
women are.
the power that men have over women?
So you can see it in the way that we're socialized. We socialize men to be more dominant. We socialize women to be more submissive. You can see it in the wage gap that still exists because of these
You're
socializations.
so deluded if you believe the wage gap is real.
So the U.S. Census
That's
literally
actually
shows that the
astounding.
wage gap is real.
No, you're completely wrong.
I'm
That's
not.
insane that you're saying that right now. I
I'm literally
understand you got
not.
all these girls in here that
I'm
just
literally
want to
not.
like listen to you say this,
Where's
but
your
you're so
wait?
wrong and
Wait,
you
I'm
know you
sorry.
are.
I'm sorry. When you
There's
look
tons of proof.
where
And if
show
you
where
understood how the data is
where
collected, you'd
because the
understand it's
wait
because more
where
men are working than women. Yes,
we look
men are
nuts. Hold
working
on,
more
take a pause.
hours than
Stop,
women.
because we look at this per capita.
You
We don't.
know, you
We
know
look at
this,
this.
but no,
Can
no. I'm
can you?
talking about this, the whole
No,
U.S.,
no, no,
and
no,
you
no,
know this. You
no.
know these things.
Hold on. Take a chill pill
You
because I
know
don't
this. It's a
understand. I
dumb
don't think you
point, and I'm
understand.
not.
I
No,
don't
no,
think
no.
you
There's
understand
no
how
way. I'm
data
not gonna
works.
sit here and
I
listen
don't
to
think
it,
you
bro. That's
understand
crazy. You
how
just said the
data
wage
works.
gap.
I
You're
don't think you
deluded. You do not
understand how
understand
data
how
works.
data
And now
works,
you're
bud.
upset
Are you
and
kidding
you're
me?
getting emotional and lashing
No,
out
that's
because
just
no,
hilarious.
because you don't
You're saying
understand how
all this
data
on live
works,
with
my
300
G.
people.
You
You're
literally
okay.
don't understand how data
Explain your
works.
deluded
So
view.
when we
That
look
is
at
completely wrong.
the wage gap, right? I'm not looking at all the money collectively earned by men and all of the money collectively earned by women. We look at it per capita. And
Yeah,
when
yeah.
looking
That's
per
how.
capita,
That's literally how it's collected.
no,
There's no other way,
what are you
dude.
talking about? We
You're
can look
literally
at things per
lost,
capita, my guy. Do you not know what per capita is?
dude. What are you saying?
Do
This is
you
so
genuinely not
crazy.
know what
Of
per
course
capita
I
is?
do. Of
So
course
then
I
you
do.
can
That is
understand
irrelevant.
how we look.
That is
What the fuck
irrelevant.
do you mean it's irrelevant?
Dude, it's so irrelevant.
Are you?
You could
What
everybody
are you
that's
talking
working.
about?
Okay, a man and a woman that work
Oh
the same
my
position
god.
are gonna get paid the same, and you know this. There's no law that says you can do this legally.
No
And you know
shit,
the
there's
argument
no
for why,
law.
because
No
everybody
shit.
would do
That
it. Everybody would
Oh
hire
my
women because it would be
fucking
cheaper. You
god.
know that argument.
I
And
think
it
I
does
think
make
you
sense.
genuinely don't understand how per capita works, and you got caught in that. So
Dude,
now
explain it.
instead of
Explain it. Do you understand
every
it?
time
Because
I've
you're
gone
wrong.
to explain it,
Explain
you
it
go,
right
well,
now,
we don't
because you
look at it
know
that
you're
way. But
wrong.
yes, we fucking do. We have to look at things per capita, or else you can't get an actual
Yeah,
fucking picture on what's happening.
what do you mean? I didn't say you don't look at it that way. I said it's misinterpreted. And you
No,
know it
it's
is
really
because it
not.
doesn't make
It
sense.
really
Explain
isn't.
it right
It
now.
really
Explain it on
isn't.
live.
When
Explain it
every time I do,
Explain
you
it
interrupt me. Are you gonna shut up and not
right now.
interrupt me
Go
this
right
time?
now. Of course, go.
Great. So when we look at per 1,000 and we look at men comparatively with women, we see that men per 1,000 tend to make on the dollar what women are making, about like on average 85 cents or so, a little bit more or less
From
depending
where?
on your race. This is US Census data, my G.
Okay,
This is
from
data
where,
from
though?
the
You said it's
thing.
based off
This
per
is data
capita.
from
Where
the
the whole U.S. The whole U.S. You said
That's
it's
what
per capita,
that's
right?
what per capita means. We look at men
Yeah, it could
and
be
women.
state or it could be the whole U.S., right? So it's the whole U.S. Yes, continue. Because you're literally proving yourself wrong here, and I don't understand how you don't
What are
notice it.
you talking about?
Because more men are working than women.
That's
bro.
why we do
They're
things
making
per
more
capita,
money.
dummy. That's why you have to
Dude.
look at shit per capita. You really just
Holy
don't
shit.
understand how per capita works. You don't understand
Dude,
how you account
what
for
are you
data per
deriving from it?
population.
Because more
No,
men
you
are working
literally
than
no.
women.
I'm sorry.
So how are
I'm sorry.
you?
Your last statement genuinely proves that you don't know how to look at data per population to account for population, because you go, well, there are more men working than women. Duh. That's why we look at shit
Yes,
per fucking
that's why
capita,
there's
my
a wage
G.
gap.
What
That's
are you
why there's a
talking
wage
about?
gap.
Oh my god, you really just don't
Explain it,
understand.
then. Explain it, then.
Every time I have, you
No,
keep
because I do
interrupting with your
understand.
nonsense. What are you
No, I'm
talking
cutting you
about?
off when you're wrong. I'm
You're
cutting you
not
off when
cutting
you're
me off
wrong.
when I'm wrong. You literally just went,
Yes, you are.
for the
That is so
millionth
wrong.
time, you just went, there are more men working than women. Why do you
Yes.
think we analyze shit per capita and per population? Why do you think we do that?
Explain.
I'm asking you a question. Don't make me do all the fucking legwork, because you don't get what per capita is.
What do you mean the legwork?
Why
Bud,
do
this
we?
is your argument.
Why do we analyze things per population size? Why do we do that?
To account for all the varieties, because everything it's different at a mass scale. Like, what do you mean? Can you go on with your argument?
We do it so that we can see whether something is actively affecting a population of people more. But you go in your fucking infinite wisdom for some reason, but there are more men working than women. No shit. That's why we analyzed it per capita. And per capita, men are still making more than women. Per capita.
So
when
the same amount of men are women.
population size of men and women, the percentage is still higher. That's how per capita works.
So their wage, right? You're talking about their wage, right?
Correct.
Or what is it? What they're getting paid per hour?
Their overall yearly earnings, basically, and then you calculate
Yearly
that by,
earnings.
You calculate
okay.
that by the dollar.
So what are men working more than women? Look at that. Are they working more time each year than the average woman?
We would still look
Just
at per capita for those numbers. What the fuck, dude?
Yes, buddy.
Oh my
Dude,
god,
so
you
lost. It's
what
crazy.
the
so
fuck,
Stop
bro?
talking for
I've
1
never
second,
met
bro.
someone who doesn't understand
Dude,
how we account for
you're
this
so
population
lost.
size.
You're so
Again,
lost.
you
Are the
just
men and
went,
women
you
working the
just
same
went,
amount of
you just, I
hours?
just
Are they
explained to
working
you.
the same
I
amount of
just
hours?
fucking
No.
explained to you
The answer
that
is
when we
no,
look
they're
at stuff
not.
per capita, we level the playing field.
Dude,
So we
you're
would look at
lost.
the same population size, the
lost.
same hour size, and we look at the per capita of that. So men and women who are working essentially the same hours, are they getting paid the same? No. We look at this shit, but you don't know what per capita is, and you keep trying to fucking argue it like you do, and it's kind of fucking, it's mind-blowingly stupid. It's mind-blowingly
You
dumb.
know it's wrong, bro.
It is
You know it's a moot
unbelievably
point.
dumb.
Let me pull up some facts, because there's no way you're arguing this. You know it's wrong.
Bro, you don't understand what per capita is.
Dude, you
and you're
literally know
calling
it's
me
wrong. Like, what the fuck are you
You
talking
don't
about?
understand how to argue something by per capita.
You know
and you're
what the
calling me wrong.
variables are, bro.
That's fucking insane.
Are men taking paternity leave?
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
But are they as much as women are?
They take
Who's
they take.
okay? So that's
Yes,
one
men do
aspect
take
of it,
paternity. What are
right?
you talking about?
Yeah, not as often as women take maternity leave.
Dog.
Is
What
my
the
point.
fuck are you
And also,
talking
that's
about?
one of them. Okay, and what are so these are the same jobs, right? That you're saying the men and women are working the same job, same amount of hours, but somehow the men are making more money at the end of the year. Why do you think that is?
I think it's a multifaceted reason, but the most of it I think is because we have socialized men to be more aggressive, and because of that socialization,
That's a wild statement.
Do you like know how to let someone else talk? Does that exist in your fucking brain?
I mean, I don't take this too seriously because we're on the internet, but you have crazy ideas and they're not correct, and you know that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
because of
Knock
human
knock,
nature. It's
knock
because of how
knock,
men act. That's
knock
why they
knock,
get more money.
knock knock,
Maybe, bro.
knock
Guess
knock.
what? It's not because women can't
Hey,
make the same amount of
knock
money.
knock,
Maybe they're not
knock
being
knock,
as aggressive, right?
knock
Maybe they're
knock,
not, they're not being as aggressive in the
knock knock,
workplace, right? That's
knock
your
knock,
logic.
knock,
What are you
Yeah,
knocking on,
sub on
cuz?
Twitch,
knock
nice.
knock. Anyway, thank you so much, Chris, for the donation and asking to boot.